Run, dog, run! Swim, dog, swim! Nira, how do I swim faster as you? Nira, so all bugs are fixed, I have all the capsules. Not really much to say in the Battle Spear, aside from Lilac's dash is invincible, to repeat, so... yeah, that's all you need to know from that. And the rest of this video will be the upcoming 2 or 3 stages, I want to say, so we'll find out. Because it's kind of so... because yes, I've also already done it as Mila and Nira, so I kind of know what's going to happen. Which is why I haven't called this this playthrough a oh goodness. Mila, yes, I know. Things are happening. But it's why I haven't called this playthrough a blind playthrough, because I can't lie about the 10 hours I spent doing a Carol playthrough, so... yeah, so a couple of things happened. If I want to try to explain myself, if I have anything to say, it's that, yeah, things aren't going so well, because if you saw the last video, I had soft locks, and after that was just a series of waiting for updates, which a couple have come out. I think this is 1.1.2R, so that's the version you're seeing me play right now. Of course, that's also a disclaimer against future updates that may make any significant changes, but that's not me right now. So if suddenly Mila can dig as I get static for HP again, or if Lilac somehow gets more moves in say a 2.0 update for some reason, then yeah, that's up to the creator's discretion. But here I am doing more Lilac, and I need to remember that Dragon Twister is not my double jump, it's actually Rising Slash, which I will keep on forgetting, because with every other character, as the game proceeds to freeze right here, because that happens sometimes, yeah, for every other character, you can just press jump. Nira has a double jump, Mila has puppy float, and Carol has, well, Carol's is different, but it's, I guess Carol and, you can consider them the same, because Carol, if you press jump again, you pounce, and you may not want that, so you have to do up attack for the uppercut, which, as for Lilac, also is her Rising Slash. So, half the cast, but it's been a while since I touched Carol because of things that happened in the past few days. And yeah, which means I've been getting Mila and Nira, which, again, is the reason why I keep doing Dragon Twister when I mean to do, Rising Slash. Yes, that's right, Mila. I keep getting confused. So, of course, trying to go fast isn't really doing me any favors either, because for Mila and Nira, I turn off, I think I turn off double damage specifically, and I use, as I'm trying to concentrate on getting through this, I use the time item instead of double damage, so, again, with Lilac here, we're not using any beneficial items, if we're being more specific, but which is technically... yes, they're items if you want to talk about the, I almost said syntax, that's not the... syntax, I think that is the right word. Syntax, or the technicalities of the run, but no beneficial items, which if you really... oh my goodness, I didn't mean to do that. Well, now I have to wait for this one down here. I might as well wait for the one down here, because... or it's gonna come back down here. Because here I got stuck twice. I think as Carol I got stuck there too, because I didn't realize. And then Mila I got stuck, and then obviously I did Nira right after Mila, so it's easier for me to remember. Thankfully I can do that, but I don't think that really helps me out too much, because I can just, yeah, I can just move up here, which, you know, isn't so bad, although I could have saved time not hitting the water bubbles. Here, there are a couple of mandatory, I think there are a couple of mandatory water bubbles here and there, but... you know, if the game will let me... what am I doing? I think it's because I found, yeah, you can actually run up this small part, so that's what I was trying to do. I did that as Nira, and I was like, how do I get through? Oh, I just run up that. Which, I mean, you're supposed to take the water waves up, but I didn't do that. So, yeah, here, I think this is a mandatory one, unless characters have a way to pass through these bubbles, but I'm going through for the first time, so just gonna disable that in the dry land and keep going. For all intents and purposes, Gravity Bubble I think is a cool level, but I think a few people have... I think it was Gravity Bubble. A long time ago I said that a couple of people came out with stages they didn't like. I can't remember if Gravity Bubble was one of them, but I can see both why Gravity Bubble would be a cool level to some, and not as fun for others. So, I mean, oof. If that was going to count me getting hit by a spike, I would have been kind of sad, but I don't think there's, I mean, aside from, obviously Lilac has her Dragon Boost, but for other characters, I don't know if there's any, I mean, Carol has the low kick. I'm trying to think of how Mila, oddly enough, so the thing, and by now my Mila tips video is probably out, but, oh goodness, getting shot. But when I'm using Neil, maybe it's a control thing, but maybe it's also momentum, based on momentum, because you want to be able to, oh my goodness, maybe I should just skip these. I'm losing more HP than recovering. But for Mila, doing any diagonal shield bursts results in, well, cutscene.
So you've come. And alone, even. I hope to earn that mark of respect.
Why call me out here, Murga?
We had many names once. Then the Earth Dragons came and took those names away from us. We were their brothers and sisters of the sea, and given just one name. Water Dragon. We were to be redeemed and remade in order to accomplish a necessary duty. I suppose it was in our favor that we were the most biologically compatible species on this planet. Out of our union was conceived a child, Bakunawa.
Look at that thing!
And once she was born, well, they'd taken our names already. What else could they have taken from us?
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
The feels.
Hatchling. Sash Lilac.
They're killing me.
Come with me.
What?
There is nothing left for us here. We can go and never return. Leave the Earth Dragons to their machinations and fly to a new world.
And what happens to this world?
Does it matter? I see. In that case...
But my social links.
What's this meant to be?
A clever ruse.
Oh no, the evil action!
Not gonna... I'm impressed. That should have rendered you unconscious immediately. Not
Look at that
to
speech
worry.
bubble move.
You will have plenty of time to forgive me once I awaken Bakunawa.
Sneak attack!
Hold on, Lilac! This potion will fix you right up!
Guys, you came.
All right, giant fish lady, back off! Unless you want a face full of punchies!
Indeed. Your schemes end here, Murga. Bakunawa will not rise this day.
But content.
What was that?
A redirection of the island's volcanic pressure to key fault lines. You may have disabled a few of our beacons, but not all.
By the way, I may have missed something, but where did all this tech come from? I thought Murga was just a soldier.
Impossible. You needed Pengu. It was a vital component.
I'm no fool. It was installed well before your arrival.
I mean, still though. I mean, maybe brains comes with the brawn, so getting the best of both worlds. Does that phrase apply here? Anywho.
Oh, we're too late.
Indeed. And that is why it is you who shall end here.
I don't know, Dragon Boost is pretty good. I know you have a Dragon Boost too, but you're not invulnerable during it, Murga. She's not... Is she invulnerable during it? Yeah. I want to say the answer is no, because I've already admit that this is not a blind playthrough. Anyway, well, let's go. I shouldn't really be getting hit by anything, so it shouldn't matter that I only have one pedal. And if I get hit by that huge BFL laser, I guess, in this case for the acronym, then I deserve to die. I don't think I have been yet to hit by that thing, be hit by that thing here, so yeah, if I do get hit, I'm just immediate obliteration. I don't even know if it's instant death, so whee! It's nice that they gave us HP here, because I think my first time here, yeah, take these bubbles, otherwise that water's gonna hurt you. Or if I think, if you're to remember in a certain volcano, I tried to skip the level and I think I died during it. So let's try to avoid that. Let's take it easy here. There's no reason to go any faster. Alright, dab your way out on a rocket.
Welcome aboard our luxurious sky fortress.
Rocket ship?
Now with extra cannons. Hold on!
92 shards. It's fine. Hey, I have yet to unlock everything. Immediately into the next one. So, hey, I played shmups? Why am I curtain shooters? Something along those lines. So theoretically, I should do no damage here, but that's a lie because any curtain shooter I have played, I've never beaten on the difficulty that you're intended to beat it on. For the sake of self-pride, if we're to talk about experience, but this doesn't feel bad either. It definitely feels better than most. What do you want to call these levels? I know there's a term for it. Mila! I know! It's not actually Mila, we have dogs here, but there's nothing I can do because this if we're to go to off meta, to move away from the shmup topic for a moment. Shmup! I'm gonna forget. Oh, also I shouldn't be shooting those, but hey, it's alright. I think we still get lives here. Question mark?
Hear me, Magister! The weapon
But yes, we have
that
pets here.
dragons created that brought death to so many of my people.
Yes, Murga?
Will now be my salvation.
How?
Bakunawa will rise to the sky and devour you.
But why
Giving
though?
her the energy she needs to leave this solar system. And we will sail the stars while this world rots.
Okay.
This planet is yours. Long may you reign vainglorious over a dead world.
Whoa, Vainglory. That's a Sin name I haven't heard in a while. Is that Sin? Sin name? I think Vainglory. Unless that was another name for Pride, but I feel like that was another additional sin to the 7 sins. Anywho, cool term, you know, Murga. A scholar warrior, warrior monk. I don't know. Even though the lore told us she was bred for battle. Bred for battle? Made for battle? Krish. Question mark. Anyway, let's just start shooting now, because I don't want to die here. I don't think I've died here in any of my runs the first time, so if I could not die here, that would be great. Yeah, see, I know my 2-who hitboxes. I want to say it's at the bottom of the center mast of the ship if I were to play around, but again, let's try not to die in the meanwhile. Because, yeah, I feel a bit confident. You might think the ship is their whole hitbox. It's not. You've seen shots fly through, like that. So, someone knew and allowed us to skirt by. So, yeah, again, around the bottom of the center mast. I keep mast. What do I want to say? But the actual hurt box for you, the player here, is a lot smaller than you think, unless a big, huge laser goes through it. But hey, cannons on all 3 buttons. We took out 1 wing of the ship? Question mark. But unfortunately, hey, they're getting away! Sao! Your ship! If you can build it for luxury and shots, you can build it for speed. No!
There's no way we'd catch up with her now! She's flying too high and too fast!
This can't be happening.
I won't let it!
Lilac!
Yeah, stage clear. Well, look at Lilac go. Hey, we can't boost that high. I mean, she's fueled by determination this time, but gameplay cutscene discrepancy? Whatever you want to call it? Anywho.
No!
It's a joke. No, Murga, you idiot! Insert meme!
So, the moon looks pretty undevoured.
What just happened?
The fool! She's clearly too far away for the mining laser to be effective. Unhand me at once! The cooperative General Serpentine is on your side, and he has a plan.
As a pragmatic
Go.
villain.
We have an agreement. And you, talk.
It's simple. I have a small ship capable of chasing down the stolen weapon and evading any detection system she may have on board, which is more than I can say for your flying whale here.
Hey! Don't you listen to him, Mirzal's luxurious sky fortress. He's just a mean, jealous reptile.
You will turn this vehicle over to us immediately, Snake. We will use it to take the fight to Murga.
Excuse me? First of all, it's my ship, so only I can pilot it. And second of all, no passengers! For the velocity I'd need to catch up to Bakunawa, I need the ship to be as light as possible.
So we are to put the fate of the world in your hands? I think not.
Maybe you could compensate for the additional weight somehow.
I suppose. But the calculations involved would be... Why even talk about it? I might have been able to do it with syntax, but without the drone, I'm just wasting my breath.
Bye.
So that's it then. Murga really has won.
One. I'm sorry.
I'm going to talk to Serpentine.
Mila?
Don't worry. I can make him change his mind.
Look at her go. Mila scene, but since we're not Mila, skip.
Never thought I'd see this place again. It's in pretty good shape.
Good work, General. It's good to be home.
Yeah, all things considered, this is the tidiest invasion ever. Wish all of our invaders were this neat.
Good news, everyone! Serpentine's agreed to take us with him!
Yes! Out of the goodness of my reptilian heart, I've decided that all 5 of us will stop the menace that is Murga.
Thanks, Serpentine. And great work, Mila. How did you manage to convince him?
Oh, I just made a promise. No biggie.
I hope you're all
You know.
exactly as heavy as you look. Otherwise, this will be a short trip.
Rude
What a
assessment of our
charmer.
collective weight aside, I assume this interjection means we are ready to leave?
Weren't you listening to me before? I still need syntax for the vector calculations.
Then our course is clear. Track down Spade, beat him to within an inch of his life, and take Syntax back from his broken fingers.
Sounds like a plan. We'll hold the fort down here. Before you go, though, Magister wants to see you girls. Something urgent, he says.
I'll see that guy anytime. By the way, actually, no, we have to wait because... Yeah, let's wait. Meanwhile, Dragon Boost for speed. What's up?
Yo, Magister, what's up?
Yeah.
You summoned us, oh exalted one?
Thank you for coming. I wish to share the results of my research regarding Murga and the Water Dragon people. At first, what I found merely reaffirmed everything we already knew. That the Water Dragons turned violent. That Murga was their greatest warrior. That many Shangtusians died defending themselves from the Perusian scourge. Then I realized that the books I had read were all written by Earth Dragons.
Oh
and
no!
their descendants.
My
I
perspective!
scoured the library for any book that could possibly recount history from a water dragon's perspective. I found it within a handwritten book of flowers and horticulture. There were various annotations by the author describing what was then to her current events.
To her!
If what she wrote is true, then... I'm so sorry, Lilac. Murga is right to be angry.
And doom a world that she
Magister.
came from.
I was hoping that, perhaps by speaking to her, I could persuade her from this course. Her grudge is against my people. The rest of the world need not suffer for our arrogance and conspiracy. But I suppose that hope is extinguished now.
No, I don't believe that.
Are you mad? She commands an aerial fortress capable of intergalactic flight and eating moons!
Eating
The time to
moons!
appeal to her better nature has long since passed.
Maybe I just don't want to be the last water dragon anymore, but I still want to try. The last centurion of a long-gone race? Isn't that someone worth talking to?
Yeah!
Someone of your own blood. Yeah, I get that.
Someone who may be afraid of being nothing more than a weapon.
I forgive you.
Someone with the courage and discipline to do what is needed to be done.
I forgive you.
Very well.
This feels
I
familiar.
suppose we can attempt to do the right thing. Should the situation arise...
Although I'm making a bit of a stretch in reference there.
Time?
Yo, King Dale, what's going on?
We acknowledge and welcome the King of Shuigang in the court of Shangtu.
Your Majesty! Hi!
King Dale, to what do we owe this unexpected pleasure?
Oh, this is just a casual state visit. I realized that we never properly thanked you for all your assistance in Shuigang. So I brought along this beautiful gift. And
so,
this wretched scoundrel of a brother.
I was just a cool guy off screen.
He busted me up good. My men have the syntax drone under guard outside. From what I've gathered, you will need it to take down this Bakunawa?
Magnificent! You
from the ceiling.
Finish your business here. Once I've installed syntax on my ship, I'll be leaving immediately. So don't be late.
Adversity makes for strange bedfellows, it seems.
Indeed. I must make a request.
Yes,
when
sir.
you encounter Murga, allow me to speak with her. Your communicator can act as a relay between us.
As you wish, sir.
I wish to make amends.
Understood, sir. So one last thing before I go. So King, based on what Spade said, didn't sound like Dale got his guards together and teamed him up. Just looked like he came over and just busted him up real good. Hey, Serpentine, don't worry, we'll go soon. But yeah, that'll be the end, because that'll be the end. See you later.